What's up, everybody? This is Liquid Raven, and I'm here with the second video about my website where I'm going to discuss actually all of the questions and concerns that I got from the first video and from me just introducing people to my website. And we're also going to go through all of the pages to see all of the awesome and fun stuff that you guys can play around with. And I just want to show you guys what you can do on my website in all of the pages, and we'll go in detail about everything. Also, I don't have a script or anything. I did make some points for me to look at, and I'll be glancing up at them every now and then just so I can go quickly. So I think I have everything all set. So I want to do this as quick as possible because I have work tomorrow, and I also go into my schedule later in the video. But regardless, I want to try to make this video quick and short as possible. All right, so first of all, I messaged all of my Discord friends and let them know about the website. And the next week I messaged all of my Steam friends and let them know about my website. But that was a little bit of a mistake on my part and not thinking it through, because messaging people on Steam and putting a link on your message kind of makes it seem like you've been hacked. Anyone that knows about Steam or has a Steam account and ran into that issue where a friend of yours has their Steam account hacked, and the hacker will message all of their friends with like links to something, and then you click on it and then your account gets hacked. That's usually how it works. So it was a little shaky for me to tell all of my Steam friends about this, and I think even some of them still think that my account is hacked, but it's not hacked. I'm just excited about my website, and I am sharing it with everybody. So right now, basically just my friends know about the website. Regardless, the feedback that I got is great. The majority of it has been great. I'd say like 90 to 95% of it is like they think it's amazing, that it's great, and they just love what I'm doing with it so far. And that's great. I've got a lot of feedback, a lot of criticism too, like about certain pages, things to make better. But I do want to talk about one thing. The main thing that I think there's a lot of concerns about one specific thing, and that's about like my website costing something. So the thing is, my website is free. I want to tell you guys again, my website is free. You can visit it without paying anything. You can make an account without paying anything. I don't know if I need to say it slowly. I don't know if I need to say it multiple times, but my website is free. If you make an account, if you don't have to make an account. If you do, it is free. If you don't, it's free. And my website is free. Now, I'm not gonna BS you. I'm gonna tell you guys straight to your face, and I don't want there be any kind of like guessing game or anything. You can donate and you can subscribe, but that you don't have to do anything on my website, to have access for anything on the website. You don't have to donate. You don't have to subscribe. You do not have to do that. It is free. You can make an account and I will give you a free subscription. Free. Just by making an account, you get 10 free days. And if you run out of those days, I can give you more by you just giving me information about Hunt Showdown. And I will go in more detail later on in the video how you can give me information about Hunt Showdown, and I'll give you more free time on my website. And it's easy. And I'll show you some people that I've already given time to, that have already contributed to the website, and I've already given them like extra time just because they did this. And like from since I made my website public till now, no one has donated, no one has subscribed to my website. Nobody has ever given me money from since even started streaming pretty much. I think, okay, so maybe some people have subbed to me, but I still haven't had that. I don't have that money. It's Twitch has locked it up basically. So I don't have any money from any of this stuff, and like that's fine. That's fine. I like it. I'm telling you, it's free. My website, it's free. I don't know how more clear I can be. I'm just trying to tell everybody my website is free. You can come around, you can play in it, you can come in, make an account. It's free. 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 I know how it is too. You know, I don't like paying for stuff too. And I'm the same way in Hunt Showdown. It's like a live service game, but I don't like to spend. I know there's some people that like to spend their money on Hunt Showdown and buy a bunch of BBs and then buy all the you know, all the skins and all that stuff, all the different hunters. But I try not to do that personally. I just play the game and I earn BBs through playing the game. And with whatever I earn, I've pretty much just bought the game once. And with that one account, I've been able to buy a lot because I've just been playing the game. And I don't really like to spend money on Hunt Showdown at all, because that's just how I am. And I understand that. And I know how people are too. So that's why I wanted to make my website like that. I wanted to make it free for everybody. And the stuff that is sort of paid or that you pay for, I want people to also access that in a free way. And I made that possible. And I made it possible, and I also made it easy with the Hunter Pass days. So you can turn them on and turn them off. You can say I give you 10 days of free access to my website, and say you use it one day and you can turn it off, and then you can come back next month, next year, and you still have 9 days. You only used one day, and you can turn it on for another day. You use it for a day and then turn it off, and then so you have 8 days now, and you can keep doing that. You can just save it up, and that's okay. That's okay with me. I want everybody to have access to my site. It is free. And I know I'm ranting, and I don't know how long this is pretty long in the video, and I don't want to make this longer than it has to be, but I'm letting you guys know that my account is free. Making an account is free on my website, and my website is free, and you come in and check it out. And if you do run out of days, all you have to do is play Hunt Showdown, take a picture of something in the game, send it to me through my website, and I'll give you more time. That's all. That's all. It's so easy, so simple. My website is free. My website is free. Okay, so let's go to some of the things. Okay, so don't want to make them. Okay, so that's the biggest thing. So making an account, like I said in the previous video, if you make an account, as soon as I see it, I'm going to give you 20 experience, 20 blood bonds, which is the website currency, which is basically I'm giving you 20 bucks. I'm giving you 20 bucks just by making an account. And I'm also giving you 1,000 days. So there it is. And also by doing something extra, I will give you another 20 bucks. So how cool is that? I'm just giving money away, to be honest. So make an account, and I'm going to give you money. That's how it works right now. So, I mean, just like, I don't know what else to say. I just don't know what else. I'm just going to move on, because it's kind of like, if anyone has any kind of issues with that, just talk to me. Just let me know. And, you know, tell me what your issue with it is. And I'll try to, you know, help you out through it. And I'll try to I'm just going to be honest, open and honest about everything. That's just how I am. That's the kind of person I am. So, you know, I don't want to trick anybody or anything. There's tooltips in the Creating Hunter, so you can read through it all if you want to read through it. And, you know, you can ask me any questions about anything in the comments, anywhere. You can message me on Discord, whatever it is. But my website is free. My website is free. Okay. So, there's also people that are surprised that I don't have more of a following. And I've been asked this a couple times actually. They're surprised that I don't have much of a following. Me too, actually. I'm surprised I don't have much of a following. My titties aren't big enough, and my head is just way too shiny, too bald. So maybe that's it. I have no idea. I am a horrible hunt player. I fucking die all the time. I don't know what. Yeah, so maybe that's why people don't watch me, because I fucking suck at the game. Anyways, I don't know, man. By all means, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys my schedule. Like, I'm a busy person. I work 8 days a week. I'm going to tell you my job. I work at a casino. I work at a casino, and I am a table games dealer. I deal blackjack, I deal poker, I deal baccarat, I deal all of the table games. So I pretty much just throw cards around in a casino. I work in a casino, and that's all I do for 8 hours a day. And I take a shuttle to work, and I take a shuttle from work back to home. And the shuttle usually takes about an hour, so it's an hour to get to work. I work 8 hours and an hour to go back home. So totally, it's like 10 hours that I'm like going to work and spending, and then coming back home, and then I'll sleep. So through pretty much 5 days the week, and five, I don't know, I think I messed up, but five days a week I am busy at work. And then on my 2 days off, on one of the days, which is Tuesday, on Tuesday I am working on all of my YouTube videos. I'll make a video, I'll make a short, or I'll make a short for like the whole week, and make a YouTube video for the whole week or the next week, or whatever it is. But I pretty much publish 2 to 3 YouTube videos that are 10 to 15 minutes long, and at least a short a day. So I make all this content in one day basically, and then I space it out. I put it on YouTube at a timer, so it comes out a short every day, and at least 2 to 3 videos a week. So I do a lot of content, and on top of that, I'm working on the website. I work on the website. I designed it, and that's part of it too. So I'm really busy person, and sometimes sometimes I feel like I need more time on my social media and on my website, and I will take time off of work to devote to making content and making the website, which has not given me any money, mind you. Doing social media and this website has only drained my money. It's only been a negative. Like, I'm gonna explain this in the third video, but it has not. I have not netted any positive. I haven't even got a single dollar from any of this stuff. I've only been losing money. But this is what I love. This is what I love to do. And this is what I want to do. This is what I'm passionate about. And it's fine as long as, like, I feel like this is an amazing website, and I love what I'm doing, and I want to build it. I want to build upon it and make it better. And this is also something that I want to discuss in the next video. So I kind of want to cut this short, but as you know, I just wanted to let you guys know that this is my passion, and this is why I'm doing it, because it is my passion, and I would eventually love to stop working at the casino and just do this full time, but I cannot. I just can't, because this doesn't pay me at all. So I'm gonna have to work, have to get money somehow to afford this, to build this site, hire the people that I did, the developers, to build the site for me as well, because it's just my ideas. I don't know how to build a website, to be honest. I just designed it, and I said, I need this done, and this is how I want it to be. This is how I want it to react, and can you build it for me? So, and that costs money. I don't know how to do that, so I hired somebody to do that. And the same thing with my content. I on YouTube, I think I almost have 400 followers or subscribers. I mean, I have like 400 subscribers, and you cannot get a single dollar or a single cent off of YouTube unless you at least have 1,000. I'm not even halfway there. On Twitch, the way Twitch works, I've explained this before, but it's like a glass. It's like a glass of water or a glass, and it gets filled. So as soon as it reaches a certain point, then you get paid. But my glass is not even halfway full. So I'm never really going to get paid unless people watch me. And no one really watches me on Twitch. No one watches me. Every now and then I'll have one viewer, one or two viewers if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, I'll have two viewers, and I stream all day. Like I'm talking about my day. So one day I will edit videos and I'll create content and work on my website. The other free day I will stream all day on. So every Wednesday from 10 in the morning till 10 at night, I will stream. I stay on streaming that whole time pretty much. And you know, sometimes I start sooner or start later, and sometimes I end later or end sooner, whatever it is, but it's usually around 10 to 10 that I stream all day. And I can't wait to stream. Actually, I can't wait to sit down and play Hunt. I'm just gonna let you guys know I'm at work, and like before, like my days off, like I said again, are Tuesday, Wednesday. So like on Mondays and Sundays and Mondays, I'm thinking about my weekend, coming home and like being able to play Hunt Showdown all day. That's what I'm just going through my head, like, oh, I want to play. I can't wait to fucking play the game. And that's how I feel, and that's how I am. And I don't know, I'm just weird like that. That's just who I am. I'm a gamer at heart, and I love Hunt Showdown. And also people are asking me to play other games. That's another question that I get. Like, can I play this game too? I know there's games that came out, like the new Battlefield, and like there's other games that come out, and people want me to play with them. And like, to be honest, I tell them, you know, I can't. I just don't have time. I am so busy with this. But I love Hunt, and Hunt is an amazing game. And maybe if like once the ball gets rolling here and I'm able to not work at the casino anymore, I will be able to devote my time, my full time to making videos, to streaming, to everything. But right now I can't do that because I need money. I need money, so I work, and then I'm able to afford what I do. Okay, so also, you know, I've been thinking about like making other content. Like I've want to review games. That's something I think I'd be great at. I want to review different games. I want to try other games, because the only games that I really have time for is like on the shuttle to work and back from work. I have a Steam Deck, and I play that Steam Deck. I play games, single player games, RPGs, whatever it is. I'll play games that I've been meaning to play and I haven't played. So I've on the bus ride, I'll play other games, but that's really all I have time for. Anything else, my time is taken up already. I just don't have time for it. So maybe in the future it will happen, but right now it's not going to happen because my time is really limited. Also, people wanting to play with me. So if you do want to play with me, I'm cool with playing with anybody. There's been a couple people that just after me message, hey, I haven't played with you in a while. Come play. Well, you guys know my schedule. Wednesday is the only day I can play with anybody. Even if you guys are watching this video, you guys want to play with me, I love playing with the community. That's what I do. I play with the Hunt community. So I go to the Hunt Discord every single Wednesday. I go to the Hunt Discord, find a random party in the Hunt Discord. Hunt Discord is actually really amazing. If you guys don't know about it, go to the Hunt Discord, and that's where I go. And that's where I play with people. So every Wednesday I will be there, and I'll play with random people that I meet, and I make friends there. And that's fine. Like that's what I do. Sometimes there are some people that I've met from the Discord that I love playing with, and they'll message me, hey, are you open? You have a spot open, or hey, we have a spot open. Are you available? And I'll come and play with them. That's fine, and I do that a lot. So that's how I play. So if you want to play with me, it can only be on Wednesdays, and if I'm not in a team, I respond to everybody that messages me. I'll respond. So you message me, and if I sometimes I don't see it because I'm in a game or something, so I won't see it for a while, but I will respond. Even if I missed it and I just don't see it all day and I'm busy playing, and then like I finally before I go to sleep, I'll oh, someone messaged me, I will respond to them. Say, hey, I missed your message. Maybe next week. But regardless, I'll message you. Just message me, and we'll play together. It's all good. All right, next thing on the agenda. Go through the contributions. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys the contributions that people have sent me. Here, let's turn this on websites. Okay, so we're here in the website. We're on my main account. And we're going to go ahead and go through the contributions that people have sent me. So this is again, I go into this for the last video. So last video, I show people how to send me contributions through their account. And I've also told people if they do this, a specific way, which you can look into the other video, then they will get certain things. So let's go ahead and go through the contributions. So far, I've only gotten 4 contributions. So audio is the topic here. So audio. It would be nice to have sounds of footsteps or hunters and monsters while having a different sound for each material. Also having a different speeds a hunter moves at, crouching, walking, running. So this is awesome. I've already thought about this. So I already planned this for the maps page. So thank you for letting me know. And awesome. I am going to do this, and it's going to be on the maps page. They're having different speeds, a hunter moves, a crouch, walk. So this is planned for the maps page. So I plan to do this on the maps page. Material sounds for different. I have not thought of this. So this is something I have not thought about. Well, actually, briefly went through my mind to add this, but there's no way I can get the audio for this clean audio. I can get the audio for it, but I would love to get clean audio for it, because currently there is no way to get the footsteps of monsters or hunters or any other sounds like that without being in the actual game. And then you hear the environment audio and it kind of muddies up whatever other sound there is. So maybe in the future, maybe if I partner with Crytek, they can send me audio files, and that'd be cool. But right now my website's not there, and so maybe in the future that'd be cool. So I awarded this person 4 experience, 1 contribution point, because there was a point here that I haven't really touched on or thought about too much, but thanks for bringing it up. Thank you. And then I also awarded Hunter Pass Day, so 3 free days on the website. Thanks again for contributing. This is Boom. So Boom contributed. So blueprints and gun oils. Again, from Boom. So blueprints and gun oils. It would be great to have these on the map. So I already know, and these will be on the map when the map page gets more flushed out, and I'll go through that a little bit later. But yes, and I awarded them 3 experience and no contribution, no 100 days, because this is already planned. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to drilling audio. So drilling only has audio for the main medium bullets, but no selection for shotgun shells. I know this, and there's no way for me to get that audio at the moment, because when you go into the game, the way I got the audio for all of the guns is going into the game, and here I will show you actually how I did it. So let me hide this, go into the game. So in the game, if you go into the weapon, and then let's do the drilling. let's do the drilling. So there's the drilling. So for the drilling, you right click on it and you go show item in 3D. So when you show the item in 3D, you can shoot it here. And then you hear it. But there's no way to swap to the shotgun. There's no way to, there's no button to swap to the shotgun for this or any of the lamats. So there's no way to do that. And this is where I get my audio from, because you can cut out all of the ambient audio. You can make all the background noise go out in the sound settings, and then come in here and just play the gun noise. And this is where I recorded all of my audio for the guns. So if you guys wanted to know where I got that stuff from, that's where I got it from. And that's it. There's no way for me to swap to the shotgun. So I know about that, but I can't give you the shotgun sound because I don't have it, and there's really no way for me to get it. Also, another thing I wanted to do, because you can tell the difference between the different ammo types. There's no way for me to do that. I have a section on my website to add that, but there's no way for me to grab that audio file and put it in my website. When there is a way to do it, I will do it. But right now, there's no way for me to do that. And actually, some of the ambient audio, like you will notice in the ambient audio, there's like Infernal. So I recorded those. When the Infernal was out, I recorded that audio. So way back then, that's when I started doing all this audio stuff. And I recorded a lot of that audio. And also you will notice I have a lot of clean audio for some of the static objects and the sort of the secondary audio where I'll show you. But I got clean audio for that too, and it was really there's no way to get that anymore. But I was able to get that, but there's no way to get that kind of audio anymore. I got clean audio of all that stuff. So all that stuff is like clean audio, and you can play it by itself or together with other stuff. But right now, there's no way to get it separated. It's all like jumbled and mixed together with other audio, and there's no way to get it by itself anymore, like how I have it right now on my website. So let's go back to let's see the website. So that's that. Let me get back on page with you guys. And so for this, I awarded 200 past days. I know about this, so no contribution, because I know about this, and I know about this, but there's no way for me to get it, so 0 contribution points. I awarded 100 past days too, just because this is actually a good point, and I wish I had this, but I don't. And awarded 4 experience points for this too. And let's go for the last one. Sick. Website is sick! ! Love it. So like the options for new players to learn and the option for old players to randomize loadouts and test their ears. Look forward to seeing how the site grows. May the bayou be kind. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. And he sent me a picture, and this is actually something that I move out of the way, and I'll show this picture. Actually, thank you so much, dude. And I awarded him 50 experience points, 2 contribution, and 200 past days, because in my previous video I said if you do this in a specific way, which he did. He sent an other contribution, and then he put a positive description up here, and I would accept anything here. Anything here would be fine. And then if on top of that, if he sent me a picture, or anyone sent me a picture of in game or something about Hunt Showdown or a meme or whatever it is, then I was gonna double whatever it is. So this is exactly what I gave him. That's what I gave him. So he did it properly. Thanks again. And let's go ahead and look at that image a little close up. I already put it on the site. Let's see media, and there it is. So thank you so much, dude. The heart-shaped door for the the bathroom stalls or whatever they are. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate it. This thanks. I might put this somewhere. I might use this in some way, but thanks again for sending me this, and I appreciate it. A lot of love to you, dude. Thank you so much. So let's go ahead and let's see. So in the next video, I wanted to touch what no, actually, you know what? I went through the contributions. Let's go ahead and go through the website. So let's go ahead and go through the website. So from here on, we're just gonna, I did all the stuff that I talked about, like all of the stuff that sort of came up before in the previous videos. And now I'm just gonna talk about my website and all the cool and fun stuff you can do. And this will be, I'll do the stuff that you can do on my website without a hunter pass, and then what you can do with a hunter pass. So first, let's do the progressions. So in the progressions, here, let's go into the account first. Like I said, I'm going to not use a hunter pass, turn that off, and then I'm going to go into progressions. So this, if you do not make an account, and you if you have an account, either or, if you do or you don't, it doesn't matter. This is how it's going to look. So this is how the website's going to look. So this is the progression section. So this is, I'm just going to name it no premium. So right now, no premium. And that's basically no account. It doesn't matter. People can come in and do this. It doesn't matter. So I don't know if I should just say no account. That's what I'll say. This is the no account section. So no account, this is what it's going to be, and this is how it's going to work. And then I'll say account. This is the account section. This is what you can do with the account. So this will be the two different things. So because that's it. It's just you have it or you don't. And getting it doesn't cost anything. I'm going to say that again. Getting it does not cost anything. It is free. It is free. Free. Okay, here we go. Without, excuse me, without a premium account, this is the progressions for the games. So you can look up the weapons here and see the progressions in the game. So the reason I did this is just to make it easy for people to see everything and their progressions, because I get people that prestige or people that just start to play the game and they're like, when do I get this gun? When does this gun come out? How do I get this gun? You can come in here and check it out, because in the game, I will show you how it looks in the game. Actually, in the game, what you have to do is you have to go into the weapon selection, click on the weapon, right click on it, and then go excuse me, go to progression, and then you have it here, and then you can see the progression. And then to see another weapon, you have to you have to exit it, go into another, find the weapon that you want, go to it, and go to progressions, and then you can see it, and then you can see the progression. And then to go to another weapon, you exit out of it. So you guys get it. You guys get it. And then you go to another weapon, and then you go to progression, and then you see it. So it's just it's a pain in the ass. It's kind of stupid. And I made it easier on my website, where all you have to do is look it up. And it's right here, the family. It's all there. And then you can see it. And you can see how much it is, how much it costs, and how much it is to get to the next one. So that's what it is. So, and you can see the bloodline as well. The bloodline. So the bloodline, you see all the bloodline, you see what you get with the bloodline, all the stuff that comes with it. Even the stuff that doesn't, you don't see in the game, like this permadeath at 11. This only on new accounts, because when you have a new account, your hunter doesn't die. So the first 11 ranks, you will not die, and you will not lose your hunter. You will not lose your weapons as well. But that is there, and you don't see that in the game, so no one really knows it's there because it's not in the game. Unless you start a new account and no one knows. Like, this is information. This is good information. So when it's all there. It's all there, and you can click on it and you can get the details. Some of this stuff isn't done yet, by the way. I have to enter some of the stuff in the back end, but you can see it on the weapons. And the weapons, if you click on the weapon, you see all of the stuff here. All of the damage and all that stuff, which some of this, actually, some of these don't tell you. In the game, it doesn't tell you how much stamina it takes for a light attack, if you notice. So let me go. This is the drilling. This is stamina consumption light, 15. Let's look it up in the game real quick. Let's see the drilling. And where is the drilling? There it is. And it's X. So stamina consumption heavy, and there's no stamina consumption for the light one. So I have it on mine. So it's there. So the light one is there on my website, but it's not in the game. So stuff like that. Made it easy for people to check it out, look at it. Everything's there. The bloodline, the same thing for the bloodline. Everything should be. Some of these have it because I entered the data, but I need to enter the data on all of them, and I haven't yet. So that's that. When I have time, I will go in and enter all the data for everything, one by one. But some of it doesn't. I don't have the data for it in the back end, so I will eventually put the data in there, and it will be there. And you can look up all this stuff, what it says for all of the traits, and so on and so forth. And the event is the stuff that comes out through the event. This stuff will be there too, and you can check it out and look at it, and that will be there as well. So now let's do the premium account. So with a premium account, the only thing that's different here is you get search options. So you have this is all that's different. It's just search options. It's like ease of use. That's all having a premium account does, is ease of use and community based stuff. So anything that's community based or ease of use, you will have access to. So ease of use. So let's say you want to look through stuff quickly. Instead of scrolling through all this stuff, you just want to, hey, I just want to look at the bows. So there you have all the bows. Oh, I just want all the melee stuff. I just want to look at all the pistols. That's all. I'm looking for a specific pistol. I just want to look at all the shotguns. That's all I want to look at. And you can do that. And then I'll say, oh, I just want the take off shotguns. Let's go. I want the Berthier. I want the maybe. Yeah, I misspelled it. So BER, Berthier. So I stopped in BER. There's the Berthier. So you can type it in. You can search for it, whatever it is. The same thing with the bloodline. You can limit to all the tools, all the consumables, all the traits only. You're interested in only the money that you get through the bloodline, or the other ones. These are the special ones. The tier you get the tier 1, 2, and 3 that come out. And event, there's really nothing for the event, so because it's pretty easy, pretty simple. There's no filter for that. But that's pretty much it for the progressions page, and that's why I have it here. I showed you guys how it is in the actual game and how cumbersome it is, and it's pretty easy to do it on my website. So let's go to the next one. So the next one is the randomizer, and let me go to my hunter and turn this off, actually, because I want to show you without it. So without it, you come to the randomizer page. This is how it look. This is without an account, or if you have an account, it would just turned off. So without it, this is it. You cannot. This is what is locked down here. And the custom roleplay loadout at the very bottom, right there. So when you pull this up, you will not be able to access it. That's the only, and I'll show you what that is later on, but that's actually pretty cool. So this is the randomizer. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Just a randomizer. You get to randomize stuff, and then you can the X. So there's this section up here. Well, this is the main randomizer. Let's just go. This is the dice that randomizes everything, and then this up here randomizes both weapon slots without doing the consumables or the tools, but it does both weapon slots if you just want to do those alone. And then you can lock them. That you can lock them in place. So if you lock them and then hit the main randomizer, they will not be randomized, but everything else will be. So anything you have locked, something specific, and then you randomize something, only the stuff that is not locked will be randomized. So that's working great. But if you want also the X is to clear it, to just empty it out, so it's none. So then you can empty it out and then lock it. So you say you don't want an item there, and you can do that too. So that's pretty cool and pretty neat. So you can empty it out with the X, you can lock it with the lock, and you can randomize specific ones, or just with like one slot by itself, or the other slot by itself, or the ammo as well. You just randomize the ammo by itself as well. But let's say you want specific ammo. So what you do is you click on the ammo, and then you get a list of all the different ammo for that gun, and you select it. And then this doesn't work because this gun can only carry one ammo type. So let's go to a gun that can do two ammo types. There's one. So you can do one ammo type for one, and then one ammo type for the other. And then you can lock one. Say you want to just lock one and then randomize the other one. So you randomize if you lock an ammo, it's going to randomize the gun to another gun that can use that Springfield ammo. So you won't see any other gun other than Springfield here, because you locked this ammo in spot. But this ammo will randomize. So you can randomize this one, but this one will stay because it's locked. And you can unlock it, and then when you randomize it, it'll randomize to something else because the lock feature is not there anymore. So that's just how it works. Also, if you want a specific gun, you can come in here and type. You can scroll down and find whatever it is. But let's say you want to find Martini. So MAR, there's the Martini Henry, and there you go. And you can select it like that. So you can click in here, select whatever you want, the repose, the marksman, whatever it is. You can start typing in stuff, and you can search it that way. So I wanted all that free use to be in there. And also up here at the very top, so this is the loadout. So it starts out at a normal, but you guys know that you can do quartermaster, and if you have quartermaster, that also changes. So you can have quartermaster. So this is a medium slot, and then this is a large slot because that's quartermaster. And you know, when you randomize this, it won't always randomize like so. This is a small slot and this is a large slot, so it won't always do it because it's random. But there's an option to always max out that, and I'll go into that later on. But and Gunrunner, I know they were going to take it out of the game, but I added it here just in case they. I know they weren't going to bring it. They said they weren't going to bring it back just in case they do, but that's also an option to do that. Also up here on the left, there's scarce items. So this, if you want to include the scarce items, default is exclude. So default, it's going to take away all of the scarce items that can be in here. But if you want them to be in there, you can include the scarce items and roll them, and then they will appear here. But if you if they're excluded, they will not appear in the randomizer. Clearing all filters. So there are other filters, so that you might be wondering, and I have not described these triangles here. So these triangles are filters within filters. So let me bring this up actually. So let's see and bring this up right now. So you guys might be wondering what this is, and I will show you what this is. Let me bring this up here. There it is. So this is the all the buttons on the side. So you might be asking, well, there's like 2 letters on every button here. What do they mean? What are they? So right now, the weapon randomizer, the page itself is not 100% done. The page itself is more like 80, maybe 75% done. There's still a couple of other things that need to be done with it. And this is one thing, is to create the tooltips for this. So I have here on the top right all of this stuff. So F right here, this button here is F, is fire. So if you click on it, there needs to be a fire, a weapon or a tool or consumable that uses fire. The same thing with R. R is for rending. So there has to be something in your loadout that has rending. PO for poison. E for explosive. PI for piercing. BM for blunt medium. And BI for blunt intense. So I know there's no blunt medium or blunt intense in the game, but I sort of made it in my website to be blunt, medium, and intense. And what that means is basically blunt medium is something that you can kill an emulator with. If you can kill an emulator pretty easily with blunt damage, then it's blunt medium. If you cannot kill an emulator with blunt damage, then it's blunt light. And blunt intense is basically heavy hitting, basically kill the emulator in one hit, basically. So something like the dusters would be blunt medium, and something like the baseball bat will be blunt intense. And that's why I have BM and BI for blunt medium and blunt intense. So that's what I have those buttons for. And then there's ammo toggles. So this is toggle compact. You want something that with compact ammo. You want something with medium. You want something long, special, shotguns. You want a silenced in there for SLI. And then penetration. So I have penetration if it's moderate, if the ammo has moderate penetration or high penetration. You turn on the toggle, and your loadout will have to have something in there, unless, like, you can also avoid this by locking stuff. So if you lock stuff and it's and the filter cannot filter it in, then of course it's locked and it can't filter it in. So there's you just have to not have stuff locked if you want this stuff. Just letting you know. DAF, so if you only want default ammo, then you turn this on and only default ammo will appear. You will not get any special ammo. Only it will be the default ammo to that weapon that will be there. All the configuration toggles. So if there's NM for no melee tools, so you do not want any melee tools in your tools, then it won't be there if you have this on. 1M, at least one melee tool. So at least one melee tool will be in the tool section. Choke item. So there's really only 2 choke items. One is the choke bombs, and the other one is the choke bolt with the hand crossbow. So either one or the other will be in your inventory if you have that on. HP, include health items. So there'll be a health item in your inventory, whether if it's consumable or in your tool section with the first aid kit. Or you can click on the FA, force a first aid kit. So it will be a first aid kit in there. And AB, force an ammo box. So there'll be an ammo box no matter what in your consumables there. ND is if you don't want dual wields to show up, you turn this on and no dual wields will show up in the loadout. NW is empty weapon slot. So no empty weapon slot. So empty, being empty is also an option, but if you have this turned on, then there will never be an empty slot in your loadout. The same thing with the there'll be fill up weapons, so there'll be full to its max, depending on whether you have normal, quartermaster, or gunrunner setup. or the there's an NT for no tools, and NC for no consumables, and NDW for no duplicate weapons, because sometimes you can have a specific pistol on one hand and then the same pistol on another hand, but this will negate it, so you won't have any duplicate weapons, and have the same thing for consumables. So you can have up to 4 of the same consumable. This will make it so you cannot even have you can only have 1 of the that type of consumable, or whatever consumable. They will all be different if you have this turned on. So that's that. And that's what all these buttons do. So right now you can turn them on. You see it lit up, and if I turn this on, FR, and then I randomize it, there will always be fire damage somewhere. So that's fire damage no matter where. There's fire damage there, there's fire damage there. This fire damage is it's here. Alert trip mines do fire damage. So the weapons don't do fire damage. There's no consumables that do fire damage, but the alert trip mines do. So you have fire damage there. The same thing for piercing PI. This is a better one to see, because I've randomized that. Piercing. So this does piercing. The bayonet, Spectre bayonet. And the riposte, the Martini riposte. There's another Spectre bayonet, the riposte again. So in the piercing, you have also the throwing spear. Here's a Crag bayonet. So that's how all these buttons work, and I still have to test it out. So right now I'm still in the testing phase, and this the dev is working on it, and I'm still testing everything out. So this page is, like I said, like maybe 80% done. There's still other stuff that needs to be down here, but this stuff is pretty much good to go in some way. I still need to test it out and make sure everything works properly, but it's working really nicely. You have at the time of making this video, I should say it, because she works really quickly. The developer that I hired, she's amazing, and she does amazing work, and she works really quickly, and I'm noticing that she's added stuff too. So right here, tools and consumables. So this is the bloodline. She needs to rename this, but this is the bloodline. So depending on how far along in the bloodline you are, you will only be able to use that specific the specific tools and consumables that show up when you're in that place. So if you say you prestiged and you're at a certain bloodline, like let's go back to the progressions page. We'll go to the progressions page, and then we'll go to that. So we're in bloodline. So let's say you prestige, you're back at rank 1, and you can only use this stuff. So only this stuff all these tools and consumables, that will only be used in there. So the further down you go, the more stuff you will have unlocked. So that's the stuff that gets unlocked with this progression here. And then event items, this is for if you're doing the event. I have the same sort of thing, how far along you are in the event, depending, because I know before they had the weapons in the event, but now they're in the game and scarce, so I might get rid of this. But this was in options, but this might be getting rid of because there's really no use for it now. But I don't know how the game is going to implement new weapons from now on. I'm guessing they're going to do it the way they are doing now with this event, which I feel that they're just going to make them scarce and findable in the game and from a crate, and then you can grab them and take them. And I think that's how they're going to implement new guns in Hunt Showdown. But I don't know, because before they did have them in the event progression, and then depending on how far along you are, you got to use that gun because you were so far along in the event progression. But that's all the stuff that, Hunt Showdown changes, and I'm more than prepared in changing my website the way Hunt is. So we'll go ahead and do that. This is the budget loadout too. So you only want to spend a certain amount of money, and you set that somewhere, and then you randomize it. You will only be... the website's kind of buggy right now because I think she's working on it. Oh, there we go. So you know, we're still working on this page, and I think she's currently working on it right now. So a lot of stuff might be a little buggy when you guys come and look at it, but just refresh it and or wait a little while. But regardless, that's just letting you guys know that right now the randomizer is being worked on. And again, the budget loadout, you specify a specific amount that you don't want to spend over this amount, and then you randomize it, and you see how much everything costs here when you randomize it, and the loadout will never cost more than what you set. So if you are on a budget, you can set this and then randomize for that. So if you're looking for a specific budget loadout, this is also a cool thing to have. So that's what's currently done on the website right now. And I want to show you the stuff that I have planned for, because there's other stuff that's not in here yet. So the stuff that I have planned is, let's see, bring this up. Oh, not this specifically. This was for the audio page. Okay, here it is. So this is what I drew up. This is what I did in Photoshop pretty quickly to show the developer how I want this to sort of be. So all this stuff on the top is sort of what she has already, and she's working on some of this stuff. She's working on the progression stuff, so you can change how the progression and how far you are, how far you're on progression if whatever weapon you unlocked, you can show it, or it will be in the randomizer. And if you haven't progressed to it, then it won't be in the randomizer, and you can mess around with that. Same thing with the budget. There's this section here, right here. This is for people new to hunt. So the way I did this is two different options. So it's new to hunt and PvP savvy. So if it's new to hunt, it will look like this with 4 options. And if it's your PvP savvy, you will get all these options. So basically, if you have the new to hunt and you don't know anything about hunt, basically you click on one of these buttons, which basically you want to use dual pistols, you want to use a rifle, or you want to use shotgun or sniper, because people coming out of Hunt Showdown, coming into it, and then maybe they play other first-person shooters, but not so much, and they don't know all of the guns and their names, or they're kind of confused about all these different options. So I gave them simple options. So the simple option here is dual pistols, rifles, shotgun, or sniper. So what this is going to do is going to give them a sort of new to hunt loadout with specific settings set. So they will always get a med kit, they will always get a tool, a melee tool, they will always get whatever they chose here, a shotgun, rifle, or sniper, whatever they want to use, and then the other stuff will be randomized. So and also I think I made it so that they will at least have a blunt medium weapon, so they can deal with emulators if they need to. So just stuff like that. So what these options will do is basically they will lock down all these filters, so they will not be able to be used. And depending on what they choose, the first weapon slot will be determined by whatever they select, and everything else will be randomized, except for like the new to hunter. I think they will always get a med kit, and they will always get a melee tool option as well. And the PvP savvy, I loosened all of the restrictions for these, so it won't be too harsh on the restrictions. So it'll be a little bit looser, and you have more options here. So the random, it will select any of these options. Melee, it'll be your first slot will be melee. So PvP savvy, the my thought into this is like, there's people that go in and they want to PvP, but they bring in like they bring in like two, like they'll bring in 2 short shotguns, or they'll bring in they'll bring 2 there'll be a crossbow and a hand crossbow, and they have nothing for range, stuff like that. And they'll like bring certain weapons that sort of don't mix with each other. So they'll be like just a close range loadout, or there'll be a long range loadout, and there'll be nothing for close range. So this is what how I thought about this. So whether you bring a melee tool is going to bring the secondary weapon is going to be something that complements your melee tool. The same thing for the pistol. The pistol will be the first slot. The second slot will be something that complements that pistol. And same thing with dual wield and so on and so forth. Everything, or you can lock whatever is in your primary and it's locked, you randomize, and everything else will be set depending on what your first weapon is. The second one will sort of complement it, and so you can take it in Hunt Showdown and sort of be PvP savvy is pretty much what I call it. So so you won't be stressing out like, oh, what kind of gun is good to go with this, or what kind of gun should I take with this one? If you don't want to do the thinking behind it, the website does it for you, basically. And what else? So this is implemented, and it does need a little bit of tweaking, but this is the custom role-playing filters. So this is awesome. So this is the community-based thing. So this is the part of the randomizer that is not that you cannot see if you don't have a premium account. So let's go ahead and go into my hunter on the website. Let's go turn on the hunter pass. Yes. And let's go into randomizer. And then at the bottom, we have the custom roleplay filters, and you can pop that up and you can hide it. So what this is basically, this is a way that the community can contribute as well. So they can think of something, a custom roleplay loadout, and send me this information, and then I will give you guys like time and contribution points, so you guys can be creative. Be creative, guys. Just send me. I made all of these, so I went ahead and made all of these filters. So what this is basically is you select one. So let's go with Teemo for a second. Let's go ahead. We selected the Teemo custom roleplay loadout. So what this means is on the back end, I limited it. So the weapons, tools, and consumables that Teemo would use. If you would be Teemo in Hunt Showdown, what is the stuff that would randomize? So I randomize it, which is not working right. Oh, here we go. Okay. Now it's working. She's working on the site, so it's going to take a little bit of time. She's working on it. So he's a poison trap master. So there's poison. He has weapons with poison, and he has poison trap, concertina trip mines, and first aid, fusees, and he has concertina bombs, or yeah, he concertina antidote, just so all this stuff. He's like limited to a certain set of weapons, ammo, tools, and consumables designed for Teemo himself. And then if you don't want to use him, you can cross it out, and then it'll just be a randomizer again. But if you want to use a different one, you can come in here. This is do Bomberman. So Bomberman is going to have a lot of explosives. So there's explosive ammo here. There's a lot of explosives here. Trip mines, you have flare pistols, quad derringers, so stuff that Bomberman would use if you were Bomberman in Hunt Showdown. Same thing for every other character. I have Charizard here. Charizard, a lot of fire stuff, and Hellfire bombs is just 3 Hellfire bombs and a liquid fire bomb. That is crazy. That's definitely a Charizard right there. And let's see. Let's look at, I don't know. You guys can have fun. You guys can look at all these. And I said, like, Kevin, dude, this Home Alone guy, dude, he is, he likes to camp, actually. Kevin stays in his house, and he traps his house, and he waits for the criminals to come into his traps and die to his traps. So basically, he has traps, a bunch of, sometimes there's no traps, but I try to get the majority of time. Sometimes he's going to have traps, sometimes he doesn't, but a lot of his weapons are kind of useless. Like he has a bow, but the only thing that can be equipped with the bow is the concertina arrows, because he's like a little demon child that stays inside his house and trying to, you know these people in Hunt, guys. You guys know these people in Hunt. these guys act like freaking Kevin from Home Alone. They concertina all of the entrances, and they stay in their little house, and then they wait for their moment to shine or whatever it is. That's the Kevin loadout, guys. That's the Kevin loadout. So that's the fun stuff. That's with the premium account. What you can do is you can look at it and select any of these, and then role play as them in Hunt Showdown. And also, you guys can, if you have an idea, you thought about something, send it to me, and I will put it up on the website, and it'll be here for the community. Now, I know there's still a lot of stuff, like I want to do filters for the filters. So there's a bunch of roleplay filters that I created. So, and I know this is going to grow, especially since if our community grows, this list, and people are going to give me their information and give me ideas for this and tell me what to do. I will put them on here, and this list is just going to grow. So there's got to be a way to search for this stuff. So we will do that. But right now, like I said, this page is still being worked on. It's like maybe 80% done, maybe 75%, 80% done, but there's still a couple other things, like I mentioned, that still need to be done with this page. And I still need to test everything. Like I said, I have not tested any of these buttons. I just tested some of them, but not all of them. But they will be tested. And then and then from then on, once I approve of this, we'll move on to the maps page. But before the maps page, I think we've discussed everything here on the randomizer page. We will go to the audio page. All right, so there's going to be a cut here because when I first did this and recorded this section, the audio from my website didn't come through because I was not recording it on my OBS. So now I turned on so that it records the audio, the audio from my website on OBS, so you guys can hear it. So I'm redoing this section again. So I'm going to go ahead and talk about the audio page. So in the audio page, what this is pretty simple. The audio is very awesome in Hunt Showdown, as many of you know. People can tell what kind of gun it is just by the sound alone. So depending on what gun you fire, and what distance, people can tell what gun it is and how far away it is, depending on what it is. So of course that's the Bornheim, and then you have here at how far away. You can click on the buttons of how far away it is and that gun and how far away it is when you hear the sound, and you'll hear a delay. Like in this one, it's the Auto 5, and it's the 500 meter distance. So if I click it for like the 10-meter distance, I click the button and you hear it kind of right away. So if I click one of the farther ones, I clicked it now, and then you hear a delay, and then you hear the sound afterwards. So that's like how the game works, basically. So the farther away the audio is, it takes that sound to travel to your ear, and that's how the gun works. So I click the button, and then you hear it later. So there's not a delay in the website. That's just how the game is, and that's how it works, and how far away the gun is, because it takes time to travel. So that's how all of this works. Also at the very bottom, before I get to this, there's these tabs. This is similar sounding guns. So there's weapons that sound the same. Like, because all that's different. Like for the Berthier, for example, there's a Deadeye variant. So there's a scope on it, or there's a riposte. There's like a stabby thing at the end of the gun, but it sounds the same. If you shoot whatever one of these guns, they just all sound the same, because the only thing that's different about it is that there's a scope on it, or there's a bayonet on it, or riposte, or whatever it is. But they all sound the same. And you get also some of that on some of the shotguns too, like the Shorty for the Auto 5 and the Auto 4 Shorty, they sound the same. There's only one shotgun variant that sound different. I think that's the Romero. So the short Romero sounds different than the normal Romero, but I think that's the only one. All the other shotguns are pretty much the short one, and the normal long one sound the same. And let's see, so what else? This is going to talk about the tab on the bottom. So I have this tab on the bottom you can bring up, and this was actually some of the criticism that I got before, is that this is kind of hard to see, and I tried to make this bigger, and maybe I need to make it even more bigger, or need to make it flashing or blink or something so people click on it. And like I said, I also have this on the randomizer, but I think people are not seeing it. So and people can bring it up and see all that stuff. But in the audio page, what this does is basically it turns on the ambient audio. So you can turn, and I have it all here. So I don't think I don't think you can see it, but it's all there. The golden, the dusk, the night, fog, the rain, the ash. I have the ash, the bloom. I used to even have the infernos. Back when it was available, I was able to record all of this audio and have it. So let's go ahead and play the night. Let's play it. And you hear the ambient. It's just, this is the audio that plays if it's a night map. So another thing, I have these other sections here. So there, the way that audio works in Hunt Showdown is that there will be a consistent ambient noise, which is this. And it depends on what time of day it is also. And then once that's set, there will be additional ambient audio depending on your location. If you're inside a compound, or if you're in the sort of a foresty area, you'll hear like wood branches, sort of like wood creaking. Or if you're in a compound with metal, you'll hear kind of like metal creaking. Or if you're in a cave, you'll hear like sort of a more echoey, sort of a cavey audio. And I have that here. So this is the added on ambient. And if I turn on the wood, play that, you hear that sort of metal, like every now and then you hear some kind of like wood, like well, that thunder was from the night scene. So sometimes at night you hear a thunder, and that wood creaking, you hear that wood creaking, that's from this wood ambient. So I can change that to metal and play the metal one, and then the metal one you'll hear some metal noise as well. Or you can do the cave one. If you play the cave, you hear like more of an echo, sort of reverb stuff, but you also get the ambient, and so it's like both kind of mixed. So that's how the audio works in Hunt Showdown, or how they combine the audio. And on top of that is this environmental ambient. So there's certain things that make noise in the game, like for example the big bonfire at the fort here, and or the water, the windmills make noise as well. There's flies on a dead horse, so sometimes you get close. And let's go ahead and play this. So like sometimes there'll be places in the environment that make audio, and depending on how close you are to that, that's why I have the louder the sound is. So that's why I have this volume here. So the louder it is, the closer you are to it, and the farther away from it, the less you hear it. So that's sort of this is here, so it sort of mimics that, how far away you are from that object. And the green barrels make noise, kind of like the flies on the horse, but not is kind of different. Sometimes there's like little fires out there that you'll see, and you hear that as well. And it's just depending how close you are to that, the louder it will be, or far away from that, the less loud it will be. And that's sort of supposed to mimic that. And while you have that playing, you can shoot the weapons. So you have that. And so this also affects like silenced weapons. So you can barely hear the farther ones away. So, but you can hear them when they're close, but the farther ones, it's harder to hear those unless you turn off all the ambient audio, because it's just a clean audio without anything sort of mixed in with it. So that's how I have that working. So that's a pretty cool thing about the audio page. I get a lot of compliments on. I forgot. Let's go ahead and turn this off, because let's go ahead and turn the 100 path off. Go back into the audio. So all of this stuff that I showed you is available without having to create an account or get 100 past day or anything. So this is all the free stuff right now I'm talking about. So and also the filters. So there's a lot of guns here. And say you're looking for something specific, you can filter all the pistols or the rifles or the shotguns or silenced, whatever it is. Or looking for specific ammo, medium, long, compact, or all the special stuff, the rifles, whatever it is. It's the filters are there, and that's not blocked or anything. And same thing with typing in a specific weapon, that you should be able to do that. And then there's these options here. So let's go ahead and go to the leaderboard first. So the leaderboard, if you guys can beat these guys' records here, I think that would be funny. These are some of my friends, and they're challenging you guys to beat their records. So there's a easy, medium, hard, and insane test for the audio, and they went in here and did the best they could, and they got the top spots, and they did pretty good. I'm kind of impressed. They did a really good job, and they got first place, first, second place. These guys. So if you guys can beat their scores, I'll be impressed, and go ahead and try to beat their scores. But you can see the scores here and how this works, and I'll go ahead and take one of the tests. But if you do not have an account with me, and if you do not have a premium account or a premium pass, then you won't be able to do this. But because if you go to the challenge section, in the challenge section, you'll be able to see that you need a premium account for this. But you can still play the audio in the main page. You can still do a practice. In the practice, it's kind of like the practicing for the tests. So we can play an audio. And I did not hear that at all. I think that was a silent something. I'll go to the next one. All right, so that I want to do something easy so I don't mess around with this. So this is a pistol, I'm pretty sure. What is this? I'm sure that's a pistol. I'm not sure what kind of pistol it is. I'm horrible at the game, by the way. I just know that it's a pistol. There it is. It's a Nagant. How far away is that pistol? So let me play it again. It's a little far away. The way I determine how distance it is, I sort of, when I press the button, it's kind of cheating. But when I press the button, I kind of like think about like, oh, how long does it last and how far away it is. So let me press it. So I'll press it. So I'd say it's around 25 to 50, let's say 50, and that's what it is. So that's how far away it is, and I guess that one right. And then you can play the next one or replay that same one. It's up to you. And this is just sort of, that one's a lot longer one. So this one, you hear that. So I think this one was like all the way at 1,000. Let me see. It is the farthest one. What gun is that? That is so far away. Oh man. And you can also, with this, you can turn on the ambient if you wanted that. Let's turn on a golden. And there you heard it. You heard it. It just took a while. It's because it's 1,000 meters away. So what is that? That's a rifle, I think. Rifle or pistol? I have no idea. Let's go ahead and click on stuff because the farther away that the gun, it's a Vetterli, dude. It's a Vetterli. So yeah, so you can just click on stuff and it'll turn gray if you guess it wrong, but this is just like the practice mode basically. And again, you can go to the main audio, you can look at the leaderboards, or you can, and that's pretty much it. But let's go ahead and turn on the 100 pass day and make it a premium account. Let's go back to the audio. So the stuff that you get is this challenge stuff. So all of this opens up when you have the premium account. So basically you get to choose the easy, medium, or hard, or insane difficulties, and you see what is in them when you pick them. So it's 15 for the hard, and then you have 15 attempts, and then so you get the harder it goes, the more ambient or harder ambient sounds you'll hear. The hard and insane, you'll be able to guess the ranges, but there's no guess ranges in easy and medium because I just wanted to make it easy. And you get other stuff. You can create a custom challenge for yourself. Let's go ahead and let's do an easy right now. Let's just do this right now. Let's do an easy mode. So this is what you get. And easy mode, it looks like a lot like the practice, but you have this sort of stuff. You have a timer with 0 right now, and when I start it, the timer will go, and you get a score here, and then you have a challenge 1 to 5. So it's pretty much guess the sound of 5 weapons. So let's go ahead and start the challenge. That's a pistol. I believe that's a pistol. I think that's a compact pistol. That is conversion, I think. No, dude, I have no idea. Maybe it's a rifle, dude. Maybe it isn't compact. It's a Frontier. So I guess a lot, and then like since I don't get docked or anything because this is easy mode, I don't get docked or anything, and I have infinite guesses, so I can keep guessing, but I got it right. So let's click on next, and see I got 30 points for guessing it right. So this one I heard it and it was a silenced. I know it's silenced. I don't know. I know it's a pistol or a rifle. So I think it's a pistol. Let's see. It's silent sparks. No, it must be a rifle then. It's one of these. Sparks. Spark silencer, that's what it is. Let's go ahead and go to the next. What that? Man, I am so bad. I need to practice this stuff. That's a conversion. That's a conversion. Let's hit next. That one I know is a rifle. Birthy? No. What is this? I'm just clicking on stuff here. That's not nitro. That's not sparks. What is this? Dude, it's not even in. It's not. What is this? Is that a pistol? That cannot be a pistol. It's a sparks pistol. That's why it didn't sound like a pistol, because it's sparks. So I'm at the last one. You see my score. What? This is a rifle for sure. And let's just click on stuff because I personally I need more practice on this. It's a Centennial. Okay, see, hopefully you guys are better at it than I am. I am horrible at it. I can definitely need improvement in this. But let's go ahead and click next. And then I get scored. I actually did this a bit better before and a lot quicker. There's my score there. But and this is how fast I did it within a minute. But you know, if you get all of them right, of course you get this. And the way this is scored, there's a little tooltip here. It'll tell you how it's scored. So you get plus 10 points for the correct weapon type, plus 10 points for the correct ammo type, if you got the correct ammo type, and plus 10 for having it be the correct weapon. And if there's a range guesser, you get 20 points for having the exact range correct, and plus 10 if it's off by 1 level, and a -5 if the third use of the replay button. If you replay the audio 3 times, on the 3rd time it'll dock you, and then after that you'll be fine. It won't dock you anymore. And the same thing with the skip. If you skip the 3rd time, on the 3rd skip you'll get docked 5 points. And also if you hit the next button, then you will lose 10 points, but you will skip the question and you won't, it will like take it for you, so you won't have to do it. But so you can actually get negative points on this. So let's go ahead and go to the audio practice. Let's not the practice, let's do the challenge. Let's do it insane so you see the differences. And in insane, you hear it's raining now. And let's go ahead and start it. Let's see if we hear the gun. So I heard the gun and it's pretty far away. So and there's the rangefinder. I think it's around here. Select, oh, I got it right. First guess. And, oh my God, someone is calling me. Hold on. I'll deal with that later. But regardless, what is this? Let's replay again. That is a shotgun. I don't know what shotgun it is, but I'm gonna say it's an auto 5. I got it wrong. I don't want to keep guessing, so I want to go to next. So I got that right, and I got 40 points. Let's go ahead and just hit next, because dude, I have work in like half an hour too, so I got to get through this. So I hear the fire and I don't want to deal with this, so I hit skip so I don't deal with that. And then I hear this, and then I hear a silent shot in the background. And then I can hit next. I can just keep tapping next, and I'll lose points over here. So you see, I'm losing points every time I hit next. But the challenge question progresses, but I lose points because I do that. So I can just keep tapping next to get through this. I don't want to make this too long, but I lose points. I get a negative score, but I already did a positive score on this before, so that's where I am. I did 90, but of course, if you take your time and if you do good, then you'll get a better score for sure. The the last thing is the actually there's two things. There's create a custom, so you can create a custom test for yourself. You can how many audio challenges you want to put in there, how many attempts you get, or you can click on the infinite attempts. You can say I only want to hear the audio from this section from 50 to 100, or just one specific variation, if it's close or far away, if you just want to practice. If you want the ambient audio, if whatever ambient audio you want playing while you're taking this, and also the weapon filter. So we can filter if you want to only hear pistols, you only want to hear rifles or shotguns or silence. If you want to practice hearing the silence guns, you have that, and you just create it and it'll start it up for you. So I'm gonna, and the other one, this is the one that I've been telling people to try out. This is the Team Fights beta. So let's go ahead and turn on some ambient audio for this. Let's do a fog, and then let's do a wood ambient, and so this is supposed to mimic the sound if you were going to a compound and you hear a team fight in the distance. So this happens a lot in Hunt Showdown, where you're going to a compound, you hear a lot of shooting in the distance. This also helps you, like, oh, okay, so these guys, what are they shooting? Oh, is it a shotgun? Is it a rifle? How should I approach the compound? Because they have shotguns, so should I flank this way or should I flank that way? Because these guys have rifles. Is it better for us to go in this certain direction because I hear a lot of rifles or whatever it is? So this is supposed to mimic that sort of situation. So here we have a hunter count. So from 2 to 6. So this is the audio that you'll hear, like 2 weapons, 3, 4, 5, or 6. So let's just go to 6 and select that. And so we're playing all of it. So you'll hear 6 different audios, and you have to guess what they are. This is like a sort of a test or a practice thing, but this, like I said, mimics like a gunfight. Like you hear a fight in the distance, and you sort of guessing what all this stuff is. So let's go ahead and play that again. So the first 2 are silenced. So the first 2, I know one's a crossbow. Let's see, special silence. I know one's a crossbow. That's the first one. The second one's a silence something. Let's hear it. It's a silenced pistol. Let's see. I think it's the Nagat. I think it's a, no, it's not. It's a Borum. I know it's a silenced something. It's not a silenced pistol. Is it a silenced rifle? It's a silenced carbine. Okay, let's hear this again. There's an aftermath in there for sure. Rifles, and it's not special. Where's aftermath? Mosin aftermath. That's there for sure. One's a shotgun. I think that one is auto 5. No. Well, you guys get the point. There's no shotgun in there. There's gotta be. I thought I heard a shotgun in there. Well, that's the Mako. That's that. So, like, you guys get it, and you get to sort of guess what it is, and then if you get it wrong, of course, it grays out, and then you have to, like, sort of guess what it is. But this sort of kind of trains your mind to, like, okay, what am I hearing in the distance? Is like, and so you guys get it. This happens a lot in the game, and I sort of wanted to mimic that situation. And then you can go play the next one and have a different set of guns fire off and guess that. So this is actually pretty cool. You guys let me know in the comments what you think about this Teams Fight beta for the audio, because I think I did a pretty good job with this. But let me know what you guys think of this. So I think I went through everything. The leaderboard, team fights. Yeah, I went through everything, all the challenges. And the leader, if you guys can beat these guys, I would love to wipe the smile off their face if you guys go to the top of the leaderboard, because they are pretty proud, and they are actually pretty good at the game. They are really good at the game. So if you guys can beat their scores, that'd be pretty cool. So, all right, so let's go ahead and go to the maps page. So right now the maps page, there's nothing blocked in the maps page because it's not even done. And I got a lot of compliments on the maps page, which I find okay, but this is not what I want to do with the maps page. This maps page, let me go ahead and turn on the in-game audio so you guys have at least something to listen to. And cancel. Okay. So there we have that in-game audio. So the maps page, I want to do so much more with this. This page here is only like 10% done, to be honest. It's only like 10% done. What it is right now is at the top, you have all the different maps: Stillwater, Lawson Delta, DeSalle, and Mammoth Gulch. So you have all the different maps. You can select them. And then on the left here, you have the overlays. You can have the wild targets where they spawned, the spawns for the player, the extracts, and the hideouts, which is different now. Now it's the Weaver Nest, so this hasn't been taken out. I haven't updated this. The wagons for the event. So there's, if you guys don't know, there's wagons. If there's no event, there's wagons across all the map. If there is an event, they're more centered, and there will not be the wagons on the outer edge. If you guys have not noticed that, that's something that that happens during an event. So all the wagons are basically kind of centered. The only ones that spawn are centered, and the ones on the outer edge, they don't spawn, only when there's no event going on. Of course, if you want to see where the beetle tree spawns are, you'll see where the beetle trees are. And if you want grid lines will be there. And border lines, if you want the border lines or the compound names, and you can toggle those on and off for every for every map, and they'll stay on as well if you toggle on and off or whatever you toggle, and they will be there for all of the maps. And that's basically what it is now. So it's kind of useful, but it's not what I want to do. Like I said, this is only 10% done. So this was done really quickly, and it's not what I want the maps page to be. So basically, I want to be able to zoom into this too. I want to be able to select it, zoom into it, which you can't right now. I want you to be able to zoom into it pretty far. I want you to be able to scroll in it. And I'm going to talk about these filters. So like these other pages, like the audio and the randomizer, like you have this bottom panel that comes up, and the randomizer, you have it as well. This bottom panel that comes up, I want that for the maps page too. So on the maps page there will be four of these, and they'll be all across on all edges. So there'll be a one on the bottom that goes up and down. There'll be one on the left, which will be this, basically. It'll slide off to the left and come out. It'll be one on the right side, and there will be one on the top, which will have these as well. So it'll be one for every, the top, left, right, and the bottom, and that will come up and come down, because I want the map to be number one. I want it to take the whole real estate, or as much real estate as possible, and this side stuff will not matter. You can hide it and bring it out if you need it, but hide it. And I want you to be able to see the map in its entirety. So that's the whole thinking behind it. So that's how I want it. You will be able to zoom in, scroll, and whatever, and then you can see like whatever is there in points. You'll be able to hover over it, and when you do, there'll be sort of a box that comes out, and there will be a picture of that, like someone in game that took a picture of that location and that object. So you'll be able to see that, and you'll be able to click on the picture and see it bigger if you wanted to. And also, like I said, in the contributions, like, this is just me. This is just me right now doing this whole thing. And I can't go in the game and take pictures of everything. I need your guys' help. And that's why I made this website. So you guys can make an account, take a picture of something in the game, make an account, and then send it to me. And then I will grab that picture, put it on the website, and it will be there for everybody. and your account name and your account picture will be attached to that. So you will see whoever contributed that image will be there, and the more you contribute, the more you will be in the site, the more that you will be here. So whatever you contribute is the same thing with the with the randomizer. If you guys create a random loadout, right here you see the creator is me, because I am the only one that created all this stuff. But if you guys create something, I will put your guys' name here. You guys will be the creator of whatever you guys create, and I'll put you guys in here. You guys will be the creator of the stuff that goes in the website. So it's just like the community stuff, and I think the majority of the stuff that you guys send will be the maps page. You guys will just take pictures of random stuff along the map and then send it to me, and then I'll put it in here. I'll give you guys experience. I'll give you guys free time on my website, and I'll give you guys, contribution points, which is basically you'll get to be on another leaderboard for how much you contributed to the website. So the more you contribute to the website, you also get placed on another leaderboard. Then the more you contribute, the better you are placed on that leaderboard. So again, you'll be able to hover over these and see who contributed that image. You'll see who contributed the image. You'll see the image. You can blow it up. You can hide it. There'll be different toggles for different things also. And I'm going to show you the back end. So not the back end. So my idea and what I have. So it's not just what I have here on the left side. And it's not just this as well, Stillwater, Lost in Delta, and Emmons Gold. It's just not just that. And I'm also going to share with you what's going to go on the right side and the bottom of this too, because that's also different as well, and it's not included here. So let me bring that up real quick. Excuse me, sorry about that. All right, Google Docs, there it is. So these are the map toggles. So this is what's going to be on the top of the website. So I have specific event specific toggles. So there'll be, depending on if it's an event or not, certain things spawn in an event that don't in the normal mode. So if you can toggle that on and off, so you will see the stuff that only toggles in the event if you have it toggled on, and the stuff that's not, if it's not an event, it'll be toggled off, and you can toggle that on and off if you want. So I want to do all four game modes. So there's 4 game modes, and then AD is the maps, and then bullet points are the compounds. So it's 1 to 4, A to D, and the bullet points. So the game modes, the map, and the compounds. So this is going to be on the very top. This is what you see right now. Is still just the Stillwater, Lost in Delta, just the maps. So what's going to be there is the game mode. So there's Bounty Hunt, which is the normal mode, and then there's Soul Survivor, because different stuff spawns in Soul Survivor than it does in Bounty Hunt. And the same thing with the shooting range is another game mode, but different stuff is in the shooting range that's not in the normal mode. So you'll be able to, if you're wondering where certain stuff is, to look for it really quickly in the shooting range and you don't know where it is, then you can look it up and then go to it, because you see it on the map on the website. And the same thing with Bounty Clash. For the Bounty Clash, there's like all the maps, but depending on what compound it is, you can see all the stuff, because the spawns will also be different. And there's certain things that spawns in Bounty Clash that don't spawn anywhere else. So everything is itemized. So all of the compounds, all of the modes, all of the different maps, it's all there. So that's what's going to be at the very top. So the map, this will be what's toggled at the very top. So on the left side, so on the left of the web page is going to be the static markers. So on the left side is just the stuff that you toggle on and off. That this is just all the items that are in there. So what I have for the left side is I have this list. So this is the static markers. So this is including everything. This is every single thing that is static that spawns on the map will be toggleable. So I have a grid, the compound names, border zones, the hunter spawns, extraction, of course that's already there sort of, but you'll be able to click on it and see it. If it's extraction, if it's a boat or if it's a wagon, the traces, which is the clues for Rotjaw, those are there. The clues for the wellspring clues, because they spawn in different places on the compounds, so you'll be able to see where all the spawns are on all the different compounds of the clues. And the bosses where they are, because sometimes they're in different places in the compound, and you can see that. We'll see the Rawjaw, Hellborn spawns, the monster, even the monster location, sort of where they spawn. Say you're doing a challenge or something, you want to kill meatheads, or you want to kill hives or hellhounds, and you want to know kind of where they spawn, and this will sort of help you out where they usually spawn. So people will take pictures, they'll show me, and I'll put it in the game or in the website. Something that, well, the towers, I have everything, all the ladders, the outhouses, the doors. There's different types of doors. There are metal ones, there's wood ones, there's ones with locks, there's fences, there's everything. So I itemized everything. Every single thing is itemized, and they'll be on the map as well. Yeah, and it will, like I said, there'll be a picture of it, so you can hover over it, look at it, click on it. You could also see who contributed it. So this is all there. Everything is there. And by all means, if you guys are looking through this list and you see something that I missed, let me know. But I'm pretty sure I have everything in here. I'm pretty sure I put everything in there. Cocoons, hitching posts, workbenches, blueprints, gun oils. Like I said, someone mentioned maybe you should put this in the game. I planned it. It's already planned. The wood boxes. The wood boxes are actually the wood boxes that hold the lanterns. That sometimes there's lanterns, or sometimes there's bear traps in these wood boxes, and these wood boxes always spawn bear traps or lanterns. So these wood boxes are there too. Ammo, different types of ammo. The lanterns, the stationary ones, are the ones you can pick up. The barrels, all the red, yellow, green barrels, or even oil slicks, so you can see where the oil slicks are in the game and get familiarized with stuff where all the oil slicks are in the game. Pianos, gramophones, bells, even twig spawns, cans, everything. I go through every single thing, and this list is pretty. Look you see the pages, or you can't see it, but this is 3 of 18. 3 of 18. I go through a lot of things. Even Easter eggs, guys. Even Easter eggs are in here. If you're looking for Easter eggs, you want to know where the Easter eggs are, they'll be in here. Everything. Event-specific stuff, the caches, the full restoration, everything. The trade spurs. Sometimes they spawn just in the world map. So that's all that stuff. And the bounty clash, the same sort of thing. There's something that I kind of want to share with this, because some of them, there will be people taking screenshots, but what I want to do with certain spots, and this will be specific spots, this will be spawn points, this will be sniper spots, spawn points, and even I had them here, I just talked about them. The Easter eggs. So the Easter eggs, the spawn points, and sniper spots. What I want to do with these is I want to have like a picture, but this is what I've messed around with this already. I'm going to show you guys. So it's going to be like this. So this is what I'm going to have for the sniper spot. So I did this quickly before, and this is, you guys can see who I'm gonna go with, because I was able to do this really quickly, go in the game and take pictures. But you can click on a location, like I said, like a spawn point, or a Easter egg, or a sniper spot, which this is going to be a sniper spot, and you can look around. So you click on it on my website, and it will open this, and you can look around and see what is there. And you can see how you can see what this is. You know where this is taken from, if you know what this item is for. So I did this a while back, and I was able to do this pretty easily, and this is just for testing, but I want to be able to do this on my website. So I took a picture of this spot, I took several pictures around, and I was able to open this. So I want the possibility of you guys being able to look at this in sort of a 3D viewer, so you guys can click on it and view everything as it is in game and just look around and like, oh, okay, this is where it is. Oh, this is a sniper spot, so you can see so far away. Or this is the spawn point. What's around at the spawn point? When can you see from the spawn point? Or this is an Easter egg. There's an Easter egg here. Where's the Easter egg? Is that it right there? Oh, is that what it looks like? Oh, that's pretty cool. Let's go there in the game. But you can see it on the website in sort of a 3D viewer. So this is something that I would love to implement on my website, that I plan to implement on my website, and hopefully I will have that ready for you guys in the upcoming weeks. And again, I will go through sort of a plan on how long it'll take and all that stuff in my next video. So in the third video, I'll explain all that stuff and how long I expect this stuff to come out. But you guys don't hold me to it. It's just me working on this and me and a dev that I hired. So it'll be a while, but I plan on having this within, I would say, a month or so, but hopefully that's when it's going to come. That's sort of the rough estimation of the time when I plan on having some of this stuff working. So let's go ahead and hide this 3D viewer. So again, the maps page. So now it's going to be the stuff on the right side. So the stuff on the right side is going to be radius points. So there'll be different options. So there'll be separate options. There'll be radius points, there'll be distance lines, and there'll be a drawing tool, and then animated markers. So you'll be able to select between animated markers, drawing tools, distance lines, and radius points, and then put them on the map yourself. So this is going to be on the right side of the page. So you'll be able to click on it, it'll come out, and then you'll be able to click on radius point, and you'll put a dot on the map, and you'll have a radius point. So like, say you want to know how far you can hear footsteps, or how far you can hear a melee or a jump or whatever it is, you will be able to see the radius of how far you can hear that from wherever you made the point. The radius are the distance lines. You can customize this, so the distance lines, you can put one in one point and then one in another point, and it's just a line, and that line will determine, you'll see the distance between that line. You can select a gun and you say, how much damage will that do if I hit in the chest or in the arm. You can calculate that in the distance line that you draw with whatever gun you select, and then with whatever ammo also that you select, and you can see that calculation, and you can see how far or how long it'll take the bullet travel. Like if it's from this point to this point, you see how long it takes the bullet to travel. And also the hunter, like if a hunter was from one point to another point, how long it takes to walk, how long it takes to run, how long it takes to run to a spot without stamina, or you start with stamina and then you run. When does it begin to lose, so you have no more stamina? And then how long does it take to go from here to here with no stamina, or with whatever, like with maybe with Greyhound attached to it? So there's timers, and so I have all those calculations for the distance lines, for the weapons, for the damage, and also if you pick a weapon, you'll see how far away you can hear if you shot that weapon, how far away you can hear it. So it'll be a radius point with a distance line attached to it, depending if you select a gun or the footsteps or whatever it is. And the same thing with something I missed with radius points, like dark sight. How far away can you see something in dark sight? How far away can you see with if you have the bounty token? How far away can you see that? Or how far away can you hear a certain thing? Or how far away can you fly a beetle before you start to lose it? Stuff like that. So that will, all the calculations will be there. Let's see. So then there'll be a drawing tool, so you can draw on the map if you just want to draw for some sort of reason. Maybe you want to come up with some kind of strategy, some kind of tactics, and you can just draw on the map itself. So there'll be a drawing tool, and then there'll be an animated marker. So my plan is to have an animated marker, so you can select various points on the map. like say you select the spawn point, and then you drag to the compound, and you place a point there, and then you drag to another compound, and you place a point there, and you drag to another compound, and so on and so forth, and it will calculate how long it takes usually to run that path or walk that path. And then you can also see it, you can like hit play, and you will see a sort of a team icon move across that path. And you can do multiple of these. So you can say, if a team spawned here, another team spawned up north, another team spawned south, and you draw the paths for them and then hit play, and all of them will play at the same time, and you will see how far it takes for each of them to sort of meet each other, or to go wherever they need to go to, or be, and where sort of you can sort of plan and see how this kind of works. And this is like the sort of the next, you know, we've been bugging Crytek to do this for a while, but to do it in game and to have like a top down view and like be able to see the replay of where hunters are. But my website kind of does it in a weird way where you can sort of think about like and strategize about where teams might be or might go depending on certain situations. So you can like scout that out with the animation markers. And this is something that's going to be locked with the pass, with the Hunter Pass. So the cool stuff like this will be locked if you want to check it out. And the last thing, which is on the bottom, is going to be on the bottom on the website, which is going to be the tables. So these tables are basically the drop tables. There'll be a key for, like, depending on if the item is on the roof, the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, or the basement, there'll be a different color coding depending on where it is, because of course this is a top-down map. And there'll be loot tables, depending on if it's an ammo crate, what you get from it, the chances of getting certain things. If you loot a toolbox, whatever the chances are of looting with it. So it'll be information stuff for loot tables on the bottom, and you can pull that up and down, and that's how that will work. So that's what I have planned for the maps page. And the last thing is going to be the last page here, which is statistics. So the statistics, all I have right now is coming soon. And I know in the past what I wanted to do with this was I wanted to do two things. There were to be two statistics. There'll be statistics for the game, and then there'll be statistics for the player. So it'll be game statistics and player statistics. So I cannot do the player statistics anymore because Crytek took away the ability to do that with their API. Back in the past, a lot of people were complaining about hackers, and one of the ways that Crytek limited hackers' ability to hack in Hunt Showdown is to eliminate the use of their API. And in doing that, we cannot track any hunter stats. So if you want to know how many headshots you've done with your account or your character, or how many, you go into detail on like what weapons you use the most, or whatever kind of stat you're looking for, we can no longer do that. And I know there's been websites that have done that in the past, and now they can't really do that anymore because Crytek has disabled the ability for anyone to do that. So I will not be able to do any of the player statistics, but I will be able to do the game statistics. And what I plan to do for the game statistics is I still have all this stuff in my notebook, so I haven't really worked too much on this. I know what I want on this, and I know how it's going to work, and I haven't made a drawing of it or a mock-up of it. But what I have planned for this is so you can see the weapon stats in detail and compare them. So kind of like what you had in the weapon progression. Up here in the weapon progression, when you click on the weapons and you have these stats. So this is going to be sort of part of the statistics. So whatever the stats are here, you can see here, but in more detail. And you can have more detail. Like there will be more detail than what there is in the progression. So there'll be like reload timers. So it takes you so long to reload a gun, and between or having the gun in either sight, the timer it is to have it in either sight, the time it is to click, and the time it is to reload, and everything will be, you'll see the timers of every individual action line by line, and just go into detail on all of this. And you can compare and contrast certain guns with each other or whatever, and just to see the differences. And also you can search specifically. Like you can't even do this in the game. Actually, you can search, like say you wanted to know which poison ammo does the most damage for any rifle. So check rifles, which one does the most poison damage, and you don't really know that. There's no way to do that in the game. So you can check it on the website. You can say, I want to know the max damage with poison with rifles. What does the most damage with poison rifles? So you can like set those options, and then the guns will come up from the most to the least, and you can see them all. And then you can grab them, and then you can compare and contrast them if you want to. Or you can change your filter options. Say you want to know which one does the most rending damage, or the most explosive damage, or whatever it is. You want to know whatever it is, whatever. This is for those people that like to number crunch. I like to do this every now and then too, but this is for those people that love to number crunch and know what weapons do what, and which one does the most of whatever. So this page is for those people who love to number crunch. And also something is that will have access to the weapon spread. See the weapon spread of shotguns, and the penetration, how much penetration and how much damage it does after certain penetration has been reached. If you penetrate 2 walls or 3 wood walls or whatever it is, how much penetration, how much damage would it do if it went so far. You'll be able to see how much damage it does to another hunter if you penetrate something, or with even without penetration, if you do it to the chest, or depending on how far away you are. And you'll see the damage and what damage it would do. Say you're a certain meters away and you shot with a certain gun with a certain ammo, and how much damage would it do if you shot an arm from this distance, and you'll see how much damage it will do. And then you can also select another gun and then say, okay, so I shot somebody with this gun this far away, and this is the damage. And you'll see a representation of a health bar. And then you will see here, let me go back into the game. So you'll see the health bar. Yeah, you'll see the health bar, and you'll see how much damage it does. Like say with this specific gun, this range, this damage will be this much. And you'll see this like a marker here. And then you say, okay, then the hunter got shot by this other gun, and it does this much damage, or because he got shot this far away with maybe with a pistol. So you can sort of see how much damage it does with one gun and then another gun, or the same gun twice in different locations. You say you shot him in the foot, and then you shot the other guy in the chest. Will it kill? Will it not kill if you did this? So you can take the gun and then see how much damage it does, and then you can take another gun or the same gun and see how much damage more it'll do after that, and until you kill the hunter, basically. So you can like do all of that calculation if you want, even calculation on the monsters, like how many times it takes to kill the monster with a certain melee or a certain damage, whatever it is, depending on what monster it is. And you want to know how much attacks you'll need to do to kill that certain monster with whatever ammo or whatever ammo type it is. So that will also be in there, and that's what I have planned for. And that's pretty much it. I discussed all the pages. I went into some of the comments that people have left, and I want to talk briefly about what I have planned for the next video. So the next video, I'm gonna do timelines. So timeline of how long it's gonna take me to, to complete the website. My struggles in creating a website, because like I said in my first video, there's been a couple of issues that I've had in creating this website, and I've been wronged in creating this website, and the reason it's taken me so long to get this out to the community. I mean, if I've had this developer since the start, I think this website would have been out last year. This website would have been out in 20 pretty much around the end of the 2023 probably, was when the site was. So this, it's just I'll talk about it in the next video. I just don't want to. I mean, this video is already long enough, and I've already been talking to you guys for probably an hour, almost an hour, probably more than an hour now. I want to cut this short. Again, also want to say that the last video had a giveaway. So someone has not gotten that giveaway yet, and I want to let everybody know, because I know it's a little hard to find that one. I kind of sneakily put it somewhere, but I want to give you guys a hint. So there is still a giveaway for the Game Hunt Showdown in that old video. There's still one more, and if someone found it, please write in the comments of that video that you found it, and so people don't go looking for it. But I'm going to tell you that that second one that no one's found is not in the video itself. So that's the clue. It's not in the video itself. That's the clue to finding that Steam code for Game Hunt Showdown. So whoever finds it, please write in the comments of that video that you found it, and and congratulations, and just say thank you and congratulations to you, and so nobody else goes around looking for that Steam code that you grabbed. And also, for more giveaways, please stay tuned. Of course, watch me on. Of course, so thumbs up on YouTube, and subscribe, please. I would appreciate it. It takes nothing for you guys, and it helps me out a lot. And also, on if I'm streaming on Wednesdays, come and watch me. Like I said, not many people watch me. Maybe I get lucky if I get 2 people watching me at the same time. But every now and then I'll have 1 person in there. But if you come and watch me, what I want to do eventually is try to give more stuff out. So I want to sort of mix it up with my website too. So I want to do stuff like, if people hit the scoreboard on my website, I'll give away stuff, or they hit number 1, or certain stuff like that. So I have like fun stuff to give away on my website or on my stream when they come and watch me. If you make an account, like I was planning to do something like, if you make an account and do something on my website, you could come into my stream and I'll like look it up real quick, and then I'll give away something. But hardly anyone comes and watches me stream anyway, so I can't really give away anything to nobody. So that's kind of where I am now. I would like to give away stuff, and like I said, I don't make money on any of this. I'm pretty much giving stuff away, and my website is free, by the way. My website is free. My website is completely free. You do not have to spend any money on my website, and I kind of, it's a free website, to be honest. Please make an account. I would appreciate it if you become a part of this community to make Hunt amazing and great again. Again, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Next video, I'll probably answer comments and questions on this or anything else that I have. I probably won't. Right now, I just asked my friends on Discord and my Steam friends to like check out my website, but when my website gets more traction and it's more complete, actually that's number 1. When it's more complete, I'd say when the maps page is complete and I'm working on the statistics page, then I'm thinking about going to a streamer that's more influential and have them take a look and hopefully promote me. And that's the only way that I think I can get more traction on the West. But right now, I don't want to do that. Right now, I do not want to do that because because my website is not 100% done. I know it's pretty good. I know a lot of people say it's great, but for me, I kind of want to have it limited right now until I get more of it complete, and then I kind of want more people to. Then I kind of want to open the floodgates and have more people come in. So I want to complete my website a little bit more, and then I'll let people in. But I mean, if it happens, it happens. I mean, it's fine. But that's just the way I would like to do it. But because I don't want to show people an incomplete website. But I mean, it's fine. I'm happy with how it looks right now and how it is and what you can do with it right now. But more is coming. More is coming. More is planned for it. I want to do more for it. And also in the next video, I'm going to explain how I'm going to go forward even after this is done and going forward in the future. So that's the third video, and that's what I'll explain in that video. So thanks again for watching my video. I really appreciate it. Have a great time in the bayou. Hopefully I'll see you guys there on Wednesday, and take care, and have a good night, guys. Later. Peace out.